Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. Good morning. I'm back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. Gonna check out maybe selling some stuff today. I think we got all the planting done. I know Fuzzy was in here late, after dark, late. Finishing up the rice up north. And that's probably him coming in there. So, Fuzzy planted this entire field up here with the little Borgo. And we got rice up there now, so got soybeans in a big field there. Got the soybeans done in this big field there. Got the soybeans done in this big field there. Got the soybeans done in this big field there. And then we got all the corn down south. We got a ton of corn down south, a lot of corn. I think this is the most soybeans and corns that we've done so far here in Gage, Kentucky. Got sorghum planted up there. Did the oats down there. We got barley there. And then this is going to be a future field there. Got a lot of, did a lot of baling out of that field, so we have a lot more silage now. I'm going to go in and look at the prices of silage and see how they look. Good morning, Fuzzy. I mean, I don't pass it. I probably will. Did I? I did. 222. That's actually not a bad price for silage. I'm still waiting on some of the soybeans to finish drying before we advance on into getting out of April, going into May and June when we sell those. So I've seen that go up to 228 again. Silage is not that big of a fluctuation in price. Thinking about going ahead and selling them. We may go. What day is it? It's April 2nd. I'm gonna go into April 3rd. See if that price goes any higher. You can tell that it's springtime now. I'm so happy for it. Not only in game, but hopefully in real life here. But you can tell it's springtime because we have Easter eggs out front. I've noticed for the seasons, you know, they'll do Easter eggs, and over here where the other pumpkin is usually sitting, some more Easter eggs, and then we got the flowers out back. So usually there's a pumpkin sitting right there. So they put out a nice little thing of flowers for us. Now that it's springtime. I'm so happy for it. I'm looking forward to it in real life. Thought that was a different kind of plant there for a second. So I'll go in here and sleep. Oh, grab a donut. Let's go to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's 222 today, so hopefully it'll be up there. A little higher. Or the same. The rain. Or hail. I don't know. That almost looked like hail there. Okay, let's see what the price is. Silage. It's still 222, so I say we go ahead and sell it. Go ahead and sell some silage bales. I think it hit 228 in August, so we'll see. We've got more to make. So Fuzzy, I'll let you pick which tractor. I've got the New Holland over here, and I've got the Deere over here. These are our dedicated grass, hay, silage tractors. If they have the Nokian, I don't know how you say it. The turf tires. If they have the turf tires on them, they are meant for grass. So I'll let you pick which tractor you want. Morning, Twitchy. How's it going? What's on sale? There's a cloth on sale. Alright, so you want that one? I'll take the deer. Tell you what, I probably should have spawned some bales before I went over here. Let's see, we want... all of these in this shed should be silage. I think one of those is a cut bale. You alright? Let me spawn some more. Oh, where's my thing? Can I do it from here? I can. Not quite what I'm wanting to do. I think I need to pull forward. I think that's a full load too. Yeah, there's that cut bale right there. That's the one bale that it's picking up. So that one right there should get it out. Yep, there it comes. Take some more. Alright, no more room. So where are we going? We're going to the farmer's market. Should be easier to get in and out of there now, Fuzzy. Deer. Oh man. This highway, it reminds me so much of a highway near me. And it has deer running across it all the time. I've had deer run out in front of me. I've had deer just stand and stare at me, just like, I guess that's the same deer in headlights. They'll just stand there. You'll be coming full speed down the highway and they just stand there and stare at you. It's like, okay, do you not know I'm gonna run you over? I had a deer once come out and I didn't hit it with the front of my truck. It ran out and it ran into the back end of my truck. It's like, I don't know if it wanted a ride or what, but I've never seen that. I've never seen a deer run out and like, okay, so you know there's my truck. You're gonna run out and hit the very back end. Like he hit the back fender close to where the tailgate's at. Made a thud. Put a dent in my fender too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna open this up some more. Maybe just a little bit. Work on that just real quick. So the way to do this is hide that. It's called a stopper. Parking lot stopper. So hide, best way to do this is to hide the little wood beams that they've got in there first. And then hide the post. Just get right rid of it and we'll get rid of this tree. Turn that on. Is my audio working? Yeah. Can you guys not hear me? I'm here. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Can you hear the... Where did this my audio is working? Can y'all not hear me? You can hear me? Stins can hear me? Fuzzy can hear me? You hear the chainsaw? Okay. I'm gonna toot my horn. All good? Twitchy, I think it's on your end, man. This is why I need, you know, if I had a face cam, I could do sign language. I don't know a bit of sign language, but we could be like, Fuzzy, turn up your hearing aids. Or something. Or not Fuzzy. Twitchy. Twitchy, turn up your hearing aids. Yeah, turn your volume up, Twitchy. We're here. Somebody type, we are here. I bet he's got his volume turned down or something. I think what I'm going to do is let that field sit and then we'll bail that up later. And just do like a 1.5 harvest on it. See, right now that's a fully fertilized field that we cut. So if we don't roll it, we can just do like a 1/2 cut on it. I'm not close enough. I think the strategy is to pull in the square. You pull in the square, they don't spawn in the square. They spawn like out in front of the square. Technically, if they spawn in the square, they go right back in there, because that's the drop-off point. Do that. So yeah, see, they're spawning in there. Am I full? I think I'm full. Twitch, you can hear me. Breaker 19, the twitchy knees. Got your ears on out there, son. Yeah, Breaker 19. I'm gonna stop at the, what was it called? I'm gonna stop at the Choke and Puke and, put some groceries down my neck. Take a 10-100 and then I'll be 10-10 on the side. Got a field of barley. Who is that sung that 90s song? Fields of Gold? I think the lyrics talks about fields of barley. So I guess technically could that be a farming song? Talking about a crop that we harvest. So sounds good to me. Whoa. Guess I need to put some gravel in there too. Gravel, or concrete, maybe asphalt. I'll do some asphalt. Make that a little bigger. Go away, grass. Oh no, it's outside my zone. That'll work. It's one thing with doing the controller is like you can only go to a certain point. You can't even go all the way to the where the border's at over there with your controller. You literally have to take your mouse. Alright, now can I sell this? Got some wool from back in the day. Can I sell that? Selling? Can I sell wool here? I don't know. Maybe it's like the goat's milk. Maybe you can't sell it here. I don't know what to do with that. Let's see, where... Wool. According to this, you can sell it here. Why is it not selling? Can you break it? Maybe it takes a minute to sell? Nope. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's not selling. I think this would be a place that you would be able to sell it. It says farmer's market. Well, tell you what just out of sight, out of mind. Oh, did I close the door? I'm blocking the door there too. The only thing about picking this stuff up with the B key, you end up closing the doors. Alright. Or not the B key, the, what is that? Well, yeah, that is the B. I guess it is technically the B key. It's on the controller. The B button. Sting? Yeah, wasn't that Sting that sung that song? Or was it? I don't know. Fields of Gold. Isn't he singing about barley? All the fields of barley. Or am I just making up lyrics again? I might just be making up lyrics again. Sorry, I would have honked Fuzzy, but I was drinking a little Dr. Pepper there. There's a save. Spawn some more. Okay. When we hit, well, maybe after you sell your load there, I'll pay back some of that loan. I think we're up to 1.4 million on our loan. Yeah, along the fields of gold, fields of barley. I'm gonna include that as a farming song then. Want to throw that in with Where Corn Don't Grow by Travis Tritt. Harvest Time by Luke Bryan. And probably Big Green Tractor by Big Green Tractor. Oh boy, who sung that? Big Green Tractor. Ooh, International Harvester too. That was a good one. All good farming songs. Oh no. Fuzzy, you'll have to knock that bale in when you come back. I dropped one bale out the back. Need to put some more gravel down, like right there too. I have a feeling I'm going to be storing cotton bales down here. I wonder, can you put cotton bales in the bale sheds? Does that work, or is it just regular bales? I guess that's something to test out. I don't know if you can or not. Jason Aldean, yeah. Jason Aldean, yeah. Big Green Tractor and International Harvester. I cannot remember who sung that one. Yes, that works. You can store cotton bales. Oh, we might have a game changer there. May have to put another cotton or another bale shed in then, if it works with these. Chugga-lugga-lugging 5 miles an hour on my International Harvester. Might have pulled too far forward. Yeah, can't get to my trigger. Not enough space. That means there's maximum amount of baleage out here. I've got a brand new combine harvester. Is that a song? Who sings that? I've never heard that one. I did buy a new tractor, and I bought 2 new gators. Go show those off real quick. So here's the tractor. This is a it's an older New Holland. I would say it's what, 90s. The TM 192 or 190. Nice little tractor. It was on sale. And then I got this little Gator. This is a John Deere crew seating. This is the green, dark green camouflage one. Then I also bought a John Deere green one. Probably gonna get another one. Probably gonna get a white one. There's a white There's several different camouflage versions of this. This replaces the Mahindras that we had. So those Mahindras, they were fun, but man, they were. Okay, so problem number one, you couldn't do headlights at night. It only had like little decorative purple lights on it. With the new John Deere ones we got, you can add lights to that. So it's got front lights and rear lights. And it's a lot more stable. You get that extra little bit of speed. I think it goes 44. But it is a lot more stable and a lot less squirrely when making turns and stuff. I can't tell you how many somersaults I did with those Mahindras. But yeah, probably gonna get another one of those. I like those. Those seem pretty good. Seems to be the strategy. Pull forward a little bit to get the latter half of the trailer in there. Sell those bales and then back up. I think they're way more stable in the front than those on the back. Because those on the back, when you put them on here and you release the lock on them, they're stacked. They're stacked horizontally to the cab, I think. Depends on how you look at it. If you go along the long axis of the tractor, they would be stacked perpendicular to the tractor. Whereas all the other bales from front to that next to last row are stacked parallel with the axis of the tractor. So long axis of the tractor. So they're a lot more stable in the front. So if you pull forward or backwards, they're not gonna tip forward or backwards with that inertia. This has been a science lesson from Matt from the Grain Arcade. So is that a song, Fuzzy? I got a brand new combine? Or no, I've got a brand new combine harvester. Yeah, may have to build a dedicated cotton bale shed if that works. Probably gonna build some more up here anyway. Be nice to find an in-between somewhere to build it. Yay. There's not enough space to place all objects. Okay. Whoa, there was a safe right there as I tried to get in there. More of a joke song. I think it was by the Wurzels. Never heard of them. The Wurzels. I remember Cletus T. and Ray Stevens. They were kind of jokesters. They did like the comedic type music. Old Cletus T used to sing that song, a mason jar full of a CD of Lee and Rhymes. What I bought for our anniversary tonight. Did I shave my back for this? Oh boy, yeah. You know, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and somebody posted a picture. They were at Walmart, I think it was, and all of the lady razors were sold out. They were sold out. So you know that, the ladies were probably shaving their legs for Valentine's Day. But I wonder, are there some guys that maybe shaved their backs for that? I don't know. Maybe, according to Cletus T. It does happen. So I don't know. I wonder if I can push some of these back and make more room to spawn more. And I think that takes more time and effort than... It is working. Thank goodness I ate my Wheaties this morning. Can't see. Far enough back. Get them kind of lined up here. Alright, let's see. That should be enough room to spawn more. Did I break it? Oop. No more room. wonder if there's any Dove chocolate left at work. I bought the ladies some Dove chocolate and Reese's Hearts and little Hershey Kisses, but they weren't like regular kisses. They were like chocolate covered strawberry kisses, and they tasted just like a chocolate covered strawberry. So I wonder if there's any of those left. Probably not. What they don't know is I have another couple of bags locked away in my locker. So if there's none on Monday, there will be some on Monday. So I may drop by the store Monday morning too and see if they have any more like half price chocolate. Sorry, I would have honked at you, Fuzzy, but I'm thinking about chocolate. There's a delayed honkage there. Yeah, I think I need to gravel this in kind of right in through here, make this all part of the yard, or at least take it over a little bit. We're getting close to hitting $1 million. I'll get that loan paid back. And then we need to, before May is over, actually we probably need to go ahead and buy it right away. We need to at least get the barley field. There's a wheat field, there's a couple of wheat fields, but there's a big barley field over there too that I want to get. Say we sell these silage bales. Let's see where we sit after we pay the loan back. Get those barley fields. Yeah, that was planted with that old little box cedar. Good little cedars, but not the best for applications, so here you go. I'm not talking about chocolate now, so I don't have my mind somewhere else. So Valentine's is over. What's next? Would it be Easter? As far as the candy world goes. They don't really have a lot of St. Patrick's Day candy. I mean, as far as candy goes, Big Al, is there a lot of St. Patrick's Day candy? I mean, you might find like some chocolate coins or something like that. You know, you find a pot of coins, or yeah, well, is it a pot of gold? Pot of gold. Maybe some gold chocolate coins at the end of the rainbow. I know normally we get the like the chocolate coins at Easter. That was always a big thing for Easter. You know, you get an Easter basket. Back in the day, we'd have little metal foil wrapped chocolate coins. We'd have jelly beans. We would have six slits. Do you guys remember those? I don't even know if they make those anymore. You used to get 6 slits. So they were like these little hard shell covered chocolate balls, really. I mean, it's little chocolate, I wouldn't say BBs. They were bigger than BBs. They were slightly smaller than a marble, but slightly bigger than a BB. They're called sixlets. I don't know if they still make them or not. I'll have to look them up and see if they do. And then we get all the, dum-dums, stuff like that. Chocolate bunnies. And the Cadbury eggs. Oh man, I love me some Cadbury eggs. I know there's a couple of them at work that love the Cadbury eggs too. You used to be able to get a really huge bag of them, and now you can get, I think the biggest one is what, 24 ounces or something like that, or maybe 40 ounces, if that. I never really was a Peep fan. Never a big Peep guy. Peeps, yeah, Peeps is an Easter thing. So I remember when I was a kid, when we got our Easter baskets, we would get, the little plastic eggs like you put stuff in. We'd get our candy that way. We'd get the chocolate coins and the jelly beans and stuff like that in those. And then we'd have candy like spread out throughout the basket. But also we would get I would get micro machines in the eggs. You open up an egg, you don't know if it's candy, you don't know if it's a micro machine. And then we get other little things. We'd usually get a new kite all the time. We would get a kite, and we'd fly our kites. We'd get a new, maybe a new baseball. And then usually we got like a little book of stickers or something. And I think they were all Easter based anyway. They were like stickers of like rabbits and Easter eggs and stuff like that. Pick out this outside line that I dropped off here. Huh. St. Patrick's Day is called Guinness. Yeah. Yeah. Now the Cadbury eggs, the eggs that the ladies like are the little hard shell chocolate center eggs. So they're the smaller eggs. I think I'm more of a fan of the chocolate liquid filled eggs. And it usually, yeah, there's one that's chocolate and it's white and yellow cream, so it resembles more of a traditional egg, but the cream is okay. I don't prefer that one though. I mean, I'll eat one, don't get me wrong, but they have two others. There's a caramel filled one, and they're like actual egg size. You can get them smaller, like in a dozen, or you can buy like a box of what, 5 or 6 of the actual egg size. And they're just, I mean, literally they're filled with caramel, and then there was also another one that was filled with chocolate fudge. Good stuff right there. I didn't see the chocolate fudge ones last year. Maybe they didn't make them last year, or maybe they were sold out. But I did get me some caramel ones. I'm not coming in. Alright, I'm gonna start paying back our loan. Let's see, where finances? Repay. Oh man. Sure would be nice be able to set how much I want to pay back and not have to hit my button over and 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 over. Yeah, I like the caramel ones. Chocolate fudge ones are good too. Alright, we're down to 14 grand. Let me stop there. Sell some more bales. And you know, we bought that new potato planter. I don't think I'm going to plant any potatoes this year because we've got an excess amount of potatoes down there still. Filled up one silo and then we've got 2 trucks full. So I need to build, when we actually do have money to do stuff with, I need to build the potato, well, the potato chip thing, the potato factory, and then the soup factory so we can make some potato soup. Love some potato soup. Get some potato soup, throw some shredded cheese in there, and some onion and little bacon bits. Good stuff. Do not pass. How many more we got in there? Let's see. Oh yeah, we still got a little bit. Maybe another couple of loads. And then when we bale and wrap all that over there, we're gonna have a lot more. You gotta make room for the new. Gotta put a dollop of daisy on top too, yeah? Gotta have that sour cream. Anytime we have like baked potatoes at work or anything really taco based, like taco salad or taco taquito, burrito, enchilada, whatever, they have like the little packaged tubes of the sour cream. One Dr. Pepper down. Sometimes we'll have a Mexican pizza. They'll do like a kind of like a I won't say a naan bread, but it's more of a tortilla breaded pizza. Not too far off from like a Taco Bell one, but it's way better than a Taco Bell one. What the official measurement is for a dollop. So, you know you have dollops. You know you have pinches. You know you have dashes. You know you have gobs, which I think gobs is the same thing as a dollop. So a dollop or a gob would be a like a I won't say a ladle spoonful, but like a skillet spoon or a pot spoon full. I would say that would be like a dollop or a gob. A pinch would be like a teaspoon or tablespoon. Dash is just like a little dusting. It's nothing really. Just a dash is like one shake of a shaker. It's not even a teaspoon. It's one thing I've learned about cooking, and you know, my grandma and my mom, they never really measured anything. You know, it's always just been, you know, those types of measurements. You know, pinch, dash, gob, dollop. It's always been kind of the same. So there's no real official measurement. You can't really go wrong too much there. Those are floating. Any more in there? Yep. Really thought I put Michelin tires on this trailer. Don't think those are Michelins. Those are more of just regular trailer tires or something. You a dollop. I missed my turn. I have to sneak through the flour mill. Hi, fellas. Probably gonna bark at me. It's like, these are not accepted here. Nope, didn't. I guess you gotta unlock them first, maybe. Do you ever play with old man anymore? Yeah, he was in here last weekend. He had to go out of town this weekend. So yeah, he told me he wouldn't be here this weekend, but he was here last weekend. You just missed him. Hopefully he'll be back either next weekend or maybe a following weekend. Haven't heard from Phil. I'm starting to wonder maybe it's in reality, you know, I make the jokes, you know, maybe he got married, maybe he's in prison, you know, maybe he, you know, but in all reality, his computer probably bit the dust. That or he's working. Those are probably the more plausible explanations. He's either working, because he always worked, well, not always. He had been working Saturday mornings, and then he was working a lot of Sunday mornings. I'm hitting the button. Oh wait, there's no more bills in there. That's why it ain't working. Never mind. So there might be one more load down here, Fuzzy. Alright, get some real quick shout outs. We had a lot of people follow after the stream. And some of these I don't remember if I said some of these or not. FS22 Gamer D, Daniel Daniel Barham, Pocket Stevo, Rural Pilot, and FSG 86, Dark Deer, and then a more recent one, Mark Ames 18. Thanks for the follows. So yeah, a lot of those came after we finished streaming. So I guess they found, or maybe they followed like right as we raided out to John yesterday. Who knew a bell? Yeah, it almost worked. Oh, it did work. I got it right on the edge of it, I guess. Alright, I think I've got enough to pay off the loan. Daytona 500 starts today at 12:30. I think that's Central. No more bales. Woohoo! I'm just gonna park that right there, Fuzzy. You got that last load. I'm gonna pay the rest of the loan back. Alright, I'll wait till you sell that last load and then we will see about getting some of these fields. The thing is you want to get the fields before they harvest them in any way. And I've learned that you want to get them before it's actually harvest time, because they might try to go in the month before and use like a forage harvester on them. So looks like those are still good to go. No weeds in either of those. So that's that wheat field right there. And then this barley field down here. Man, that's gonna be a fun one to harvest. I have a feeling that'll be ready in June, so. And then the wheat field probably in July. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh man. But we only have to harvest it like that the first time. Because after that, I'll come in and remove a lot of cluster of trees there, and then try to fill in these other places. So we're definitely gonna need to make more silage bales to sell. Alright. That was Fuzzy's load right there. So how much are those properties? Farmland, that one right there is probably gonna be a big one. Yep. $421,000. So we'll have to take a little loan back out to get that. $421, and then how much was this one up here? That's the wheat field. $235. Hey Siri, what's 421 plus 235?
The answer is 656.
Might as well just go ahead and take out 700. I think there's another wheat field right there. That one's not much. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and get us back up to 700,000 and take those out. So we have 166. So I won't even have to take out the full 700. I can take out 600. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get those now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems quicker to take the loan out than it does to pay it back. 6. All right. Hopefully it's a lower interest rate. Probably not. I think it's about the same. All right, let's go buy these fields. Oh, there's a sorghum field over here too. Oh, yeah, let's get these first and then we'll see where we sit. So the barley field is ours. The wheat field, that's ours. We'll get that wheat field. That's ours. What else we got out there? So we got some clover down there. Not in a super rush to get that. There's actually a creek right through here. So if we tie any together, it'd have to be like this property and that property. And I don't know what sits back here. I think these are just grass fields back here. Got that sorghum field right there. Planted a little bit of sorghum, but and that one currently doesn't have any weeds in it, but I'm gonna hold off buying it. Sorghum's not ready to harvest, I think, until August or September. Yeah, August. So we've got time on that one. All right. Well, I think we bought those fields over there, yes. Got the wheat field. Got that barley field. Got some fields that I need to work on too that we own, but probably be planting those in some different stuff. I need to work on them. Yeah, a lot of our fields are going to follow this time around. Just because they need work. And there's a lot of trees to remove, so as long as we get this one, I've got these up here, I'll be able to knock these out. This will be no problem. That'll be whenever canola is ready. Plant canola, don't plant that until August. So we just got to get to really June right now to sell our dried soybeans and then harvest that barley field and the other barley field that we've got. And then we can replant the barley in September. So we just got to get kind of to the June/July time frame. So let's go sleep. And we'll watch the sales to see if anything goes on sale. If anything does go on sale, we'll have to take out a loan to buy it. Alright, let's see. You know what? I'm going to grab me some fruit. I hadn't had a nanner in a while. Need a nanner. Let me check sales here just to be sure. Yep, nothing there. So, what time is it now? Is it 8 o'clock yet? It is 8 o'clock. We'll go to 8 o'clock. While we're doing that, that takes a second. Rain. Oh no, there's a tornado somewhere. Got the tornado icon. Where's the tornado at? Should be on the map. Man, that would take forever to find down here. There it is. I found the tornado. It's over there. Let's see. Let's go to that field right there. Where's it at? I think it's north of me. I think it's out in the woods. I think it's out there in the woods. Trees are moving around quite a bit. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. Way out there in the woods. Fuzzy's in it. Fuzzy, you're a young man. Don't do it, Fuzzy. Wow, this is loud. Oh, man. Time to go to Oz. Woo! Hold on, Toto. Ah! We're in the weird that they put that in there. I'm happy that they kind of did it. I wasn't really expecting that they would put a tornado in the game. I would like to see some improvements on it. Because really, technically, yeah, that's spinning pretty fast. And it's kind of loud. I like the sounds of it. But it needs to be a little more believable than being under a blue sky. Because right now there's rain falling out of the blue sky and there's a tornado under the blue sky. We need some cumulonimbus clouds. It needs to be a dark sky, like completely overcast. Like, see all that right there? See how dark? Kind of. It's not really dark. It's just it needs to be darker clouds, and it needs to be fully overcast. And we need the cumulonimbus dark clouds to go along with the tornado, because technically that's just a dust devil. That's a whirlwind. All right, let's go back over to the farm. Which is the closer vehicle to the farm? Probably this one. Give me a little bear claw there, or a brownie. Ooh, a brownie. Check the sales again. Nothing really that great. Morning, Trent. Oh, you're not around that weekend we have to harvest the barley field? Is that a hashtag never again situation? Oh, there's a 700M. 60% off. That ain't bad. That's for a 7R. You know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and get it, because that's kind of a deal. Alright, so it is May 2nd now. Let's check on the beans. I may need to turn the corn off. No, there's still some beans drying in there. There's not any corn up there, so there's still a little bit of beans up there. So we'll have some beans to pick up there. That's the northern one, I think. I'm gonna let those run. There's only about 8,000 liters left up there, so it won't take long. Probably the next sleep. There's the corn I need to turn off. So the dryer at Grandpa's farm is done. So we ended up with over 1 million liters of corn, dried corn. And then we've got over almost 800,000 liters of dried soybeans at Grandpa's farm. And then we'll need to go up and pick up those few loads of dried soybeans at the Northeast farm. Alright, I'm going to let that roll then. Let's go to May 3rd. Oh, look, there's a Zator. The old Zator tractor is on sale. We're going to get that one day. Just not today. Alright, let me double check that again. It's probably time. Yep, time to shut that off. So we ended up with 509,000 liters of dried soybeans up at the Northeast farm. So I'll turn that off. Alright. I've got some oat in there, but I'm probably going to take that oat back out until we get to the point of, we're harvesting and see where we at. Because I want to fill up the silos up there by the flour mill so we have plenty to keep that in stock or stocked up or whatever. Right now, the flour mill, well, we're sitting fine. There's no rush. Alright, so let's go into June 1st. Start checking those prices out. Fuzzy, you can pick. I'll let you pick whichever truck you want. Doesn't matter to me. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? That's the in-game truck, otherwise I'd buy it. Yeah, nothing really on sale. So those fields over there, let's see what's ready. So the barley field there is ready. Is our barley field ready? According to this, our barley field is not ready. Hang on. Oh wait, the map is still loading. So yeah, look at it. You can sit there and watch the map load. One thing about these 4X maps, especially the detailed maps like this, you gotta watch and wait for the fields to actually load up. Alright, let's go check on the price of dried soybeans. Dried soybeans right there. Right now, that's saying peak is going to be 3,900. I know that'll be like 4,000 and something by the time we get to the second day in June here. So we'll just wait until the next day. All right, we'll do that. Is it 8:30 yet? No, not quite yet. We're getting there though. Nope, I don't think so. Nope. That. What's our bean price doing? Oh man, it went back down to the wool. That's actually not a bad price. $42.94. I say we go ahead and sell them. I think that price will go up as we go through today. But I kind of want to get on that barley harvest over there. Plus we have our field to do. Well, they're both our fields now, but let's just go ahead and sell them. Let's sell the dried soybeans. Gotta find a truck. Doesn't matter which one. Well, can't use those. We got the green one there. Is this in easy mode? No. We never play in easy mode. The only time, I think the last time we did easy mode was when we were on Farming Simulator 15, and that was when I first started out, really. That was back in the day. Ever since they put I guess would it be seasons? Ever since it became more realistic with the calendar year, we've been in normal mode. And I think maybe we were in normal mode before that too. Normal economy. Alright, since this truck is up north, I'm gonna go hit the north dryer first. I gotta bale some grass up here and wrap that, so we will have more. Got more silage bales over here stacked up. We'll sell those next time around. Again, kinda gonna keep my eye on the silage price around July and August. That's when it was, I think, at its highest. No, I think I know why you're asking about that. That is the price for dried soybeans. Yeah, so the normal soybean price. See, that's dried. We have the dryer in here. We have the AGI dryer, so we can dry canola, corn. We've done dried corn. We can do dried oat, sorghum, soybeans. And the price is a lot better for dried versus the in-game soybeans, which should be around 2,200 this time of year. Yeah, it's getting close. It's at 2,100 there. That might actually be peak this time. I think that price would go up if we advanced on through today. I think the dry price would go up too. I'm almost tempted to sleep until noon. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go run over here and sleep till noon. Just to see. $7:30 noon. Should go up. Go back down to dried. What is the in-game regular, just non-dried soybeans? Those did not. They're still going up, but they didn't go up too much. Let's check our dried price here. Went up, maybe a little bit. I don't think it really moved that much. So it's still at 40. It's still 42. 20. No, 42. What does that say? 42.71. So let's go ahead and sell them. It's gonna take us a minute to sell all these beans. Dried soybeans. Yeah. The canola in here I gotta take over to the northwest. And the oats, I'm just gonna leave them there for now. And then move them down to the silos at the flour mill later. And we are going to Gage grain, so we're going down into town with these dried soybeans. I'll make a pretty penny selling these beans. Want to dry them and get all the moisture out. Same thing with corn. I'm surprised that Giants has not put in drying crops. Like dried corn. I don't know that they would do like the whole list of the dried other stuff. It would be nice if they would offer like a premium for those crops. Break 1-9, Fuzzy. Are you heading up back there? Watch out for these silage bales down here. Cue the Smokey and the Bandit music. Need a dog named Fred in the seat over here. What kind of dog was that? Was it like a basset hound that he had? We need a basset hound over here in the seat. Named Fred. If I ever get a basset hound, I don't know that I ever will in my life, but if I ever do, his name will be Fred. This is my America truck. Red, white, and blue. Celebrating America's 250th this year. Be nice if we could get... It would really be cool if Giants would bring out like the Spirit of 76 tractors. So there was the Spirit of 76, what was it, a 70 series tractor, and then there was the big articulated Steiger. I actually have a little, was it Ertl collectible thing with both those tractors in it. And then they actually have a tractor this year. Case IH has one that has... I put a picture of it in Discord here a few days ago. It is the Case Magnum, kind of in the 250th America paint job. Be nice if they could bring us those tractors. That would be just the bee's knees if Giants could do that. Or if somebody, you know, could maybe start working on that and release it this summer, that would be awesome. I know there's one of the 70 series. You know what? I think there's one of the Steigers too. They were back in 22. There probably are some converts out there, but I want a high quality, you know, mod. Alright, let's sell it. Oh yeah, we're making the money. We'll be able to pay that loan back that we took out. Maybe buy some new combines too. New tractors. Some combines. 512 per load. I'll take it. There's the popo. Was he selling his load? Hang on to your head, Fred. We got 1.1 million. We're gonna have a lot of soybeans next year. Soybeans is the cash crop. If you want to make money in Farming Simulator, and you want to do it like a legit way. So there's no wrong way to play Farming Simulator. Let me say that, first off here. But if you want to do it in a legitish way, there are ways to make money. You can sell silage bales, which is good because grass, that regrows on its own. It's very, very low maintenance. I mean, really all you have to do to grass, if you have a dedicated grass field like this one over here on our right, all you have to do is grass roll it. Not a big deal. There's a couple of grass rollers in the mod hub that are bigger than the in-game one. Just run that. Not only does it put the final stage of FERT on there, but it kicks it up a growth stage. So there's that with grass and silage bales. Yeah, it costs money to buy the wrap. And it's kind of tedious when you have to wrap the bales because it's a slow process. But if you bale your grass in a straight line, you can lock in your wrappers to the same kind of line that your baler took. Just lock it in and set your cruise control to whatever it needs to be, probably something slow, and then just let it go till you reach the end, then turn around and do the same thing on the way back. There's money in silage bales, but then beans is probably the number one, I would say. It's the less tedious one to do, because all you do basically is just you plant your beans, and then you take your harvester out there, and now we have what, 60-foot headers for a lot of these big harvesters. Go out there and tackle that and get it done. Now cotton is the other one. Cotton's a pretty good cash crop, but it costs a lot of money to get into cotton, unless you get lucky like we did. We got lucky in that cotton picker right over there, that old case. We got that thing and got it on sale, slightly used, but there's money in cotton. Alright, let's see. Dried soybeans, we got 269 left here, maybe. That'll be enough for a couple of loads. I'm gonna go pay our loan back while I'm thinking about it. So we literally just paid for both of those big fields we bought. Alright, I'm southbound and down. You know what this truck is missing? It's missing a CB radio. I don't see one. An old truck. We need an old CB radio. Looking in the rearview mirror there, see how it's kind of blurry? That kind of reminds me, it's blurry at the top, but not the bottom. That's strange. But that kind of reminds me, you know, just if you're in the deep south and you look out the window across the way like that, that's how you see the humidity in the air. It's usually kind of steamy. You get that kind of steamy haze, blurry, you know, mirage type effect. You'll get that. You'll especially get that mirage effect on the roadways, like the highways. It'll look like water standing in the highway. Like if you look way down yonder, you'll see like water standing in the highway, but it's the heat coming off the asphalt. Whoa, fellas. I almost hit those guys. Alright, so how much do we have left up there? Not really enough to go back for. We got 29,000 liters. If we have like enough to make a really full load after we get to this other dryer down here, we've got a ton of beans down here. Then we got dried corn too. I was a little too late on that. Might put in a second bakery down here too. We got enough flour that it's kind of backlogged up there at the flour mill. We'll keep that bakery up there, but it'd be nice to have another bakery down here, maybe another tailor shop. I was gonna go in and look at the other sell points that could work with productions. I need to go in the factories tab too, because you know technically they consider those factories. We really need to put a road in here. Put a road going this way around the silo, and then put a road on the other side maybe too. Dried soybeans, 773,000 liters. Let's go. planted beans all out here, so we got a big field of soybeans out here. You can see how blurry it is out there. It's kind of humid. Get some beans. Yo, Blue, how's it going? Hey, Grandpa. And we got beans out there. Lots of beans. I think we'll definitely have well over 1,000,000 liters of beans next year. Daytona Day, hopefully. Well, hopefully. Is there weather problems? Starts at 12:30 Central, I think, right? Okay, 1:30 Eastern, so 12:30 Central Time. Okay. $2 million. Just lay on our horns as we pass each other. Who are you rooting for, Sean? Who's your race car driver nowadays? Who's been your race car driver in previous days? But today, who are you rooting for? It's all in gravel out here. Expand the pad out this way a little bit. Anyone from Hendrick Motorsports? Okay. I may have to go get me a pizza. I ran out of pizza Friday night. I actually picked up a pizza during the week and finished it off Friday night, so may have to go get me a barbecue pizza. I think Domino's has still got their menu pizzas half price. Have to double check. Lots of rain in the southeast. Okay, yeah. I think that's what Sean's kind of worried about. He's worried about the rain delaying the Daytona 500. Good chance of that, yeah. You got frozen pizzas in the freezer that might be done. It might be dinner. Not decided yet. Might do sausage subs with onion rings. Good morning, Troy. How's it going? Trey or Troy? Hang on, I can't see. I'm blind at the map. Let's see. Trotre. I still can't see it. Troy. Tro. Good morning. Welcome in. Got some weeds in that field. That's a wheat field. You know what? That one's not ready yet. We might... I don't know if we can spray those yet, or maybe we can still spray them. We don't have a sprayer. Not that we can't afford one now. May have to invest in a sprayer. Or at least one. You got snow coming in a few hours? Oh, man. We had our fill with snow. We had, what was it, about 3 weeks ago now? We had a sleet, snow, slight freezing rain mix. It was not a good time. I'm so ready for spring. Really ready for spring, summer, anything warmer. Anything that doesn't risk my pipes freezing and busting, anything that doesn't make the roads hazardous to travel. Ready for some springtime. Ready for Easter. Because with Easter comes springtime and flowers and candy and... Ooh, carrot cake. That's an Easter thing. Carrot cake. I want to give me some carrot cake. I might pick up some carrot cake and take it to work. Alright. I think we're gonna break 3 million here. So it looks like we've got another couple of loads over there at Grandpa's farm, so... And then we can sell the dried corn. Man, we're going to be selling dried corn for a minute because we got over 1 million liters of that. Yep, there's 3 million. Already burning a hole in my pocket. I think it would be wise to buy some new combines. Out with the old and in with the new. Oh. Finished working on your snowmobile? I guarantee you nobody here in the deep south where I'm from has a snowmobile. Nobody. We got a lot of four-wheelers. We got a lot of side-by-sides. Dirt bikes. No snowmobiles. Ooh, the electric start wouldn't work. Oh. Was it the solenoid or what did it end up being? I remember riding, I had a four-wheeler, had a Honda four-wheeler. Used to ride that thing around in the snow when we had snow. We very rarely had snow, but I had a my own track that I would ride around on. Oh, a cut wire. Well, that was probably a less expensive fix, though. Just to replace the wire. Or, well, if you're very savvy, you probably could have repaired the wire. Taken some electrical tape or the little plastic things that you can twist and bring them together that way. And then probably still put some tape around it. We might break 4 million with just the soybeans. Buzzy's got a load and I've got a load. I won't even say might. I know we're going to break 4 million. Such a nice day here in Gage, Kentucky. It's gonna be all sunny. Here it's partly cloudy right now, but it's gonna be all clear skies later on. We should have a barbecue. I mean, we just made, you know, millions of dollars. And we're probably gonna spend it right away. Well, a lot of it. Yeah. It was the main wire. It cost you $50 for a new one. Oh, was it, I guess, a special... Maybe it had a special connector on it or a special gauge. Something like that. Still probably cheaper than, you know, having to spend money on like a new starter, or I don't know how much solenoids are for those, but probably still maybe cheaper. I don't know. We are so close to 5 million. $4.62. Just with the dried soybeans. How much did we have left? We had 29,000 up at the thing. 53,000 here. It's not quite a full load left of dried soybeans between here and the northeast dryer, but there's enough there that we could do that. So if you want, Buzzy, if you want to start selling the dried corn, I'm gonna go pick up that last little bit of dried soybeans up there. I'll get the last little bit of dried soybeans here. You're in the deep south as well, New Orleans. New Orleans, I should say. I should say Nolans. How much corn do you need? Well, that's just a drop in the bucket for us. I mean, this was only, I'm trying to remember corn, I think that was only from this field behind me here. We had 1.1 million liters, and we got a lot more planted this time. I mean, we had almost a million liters of soybeans too. So this is a big map. This is a 4X map. We're going to have a ton more. So we got soybeans in this big field, that big field, that big field, that big field. We got all corn down here. So we're going to have, I think we're going to have more than we had. We only did corn in this one, I think. Well, we had that one right there. But I think we did corn in that one, and that's the only one we did it in. We did our cotton down here last time, but we moved our cotton operation up here, so we're going to have a lot of cotton, a lot of rice. We've got sunflower, and then I'm going to do canola up here. Then everything over here on the east side is going to be grain related, so sorghum, barley, going to do probably wheat up here maybe. We got oats, so we'll probably do some of those fields, just keep those in oats year round. You're in the golden state of California. California knows how to party. California knows how to party. In the city. Tupac. I like your raisins. In the Sierra Nevada mountains. Cool. California, geographically, I would say might be the best state. Because in California, you don't have to leave the state to visit literally all the climates in, one single state. So you have the desert, you have areas like around the San Francisco area. You have the wilderness, you have the mountains, so you have snow up there. You can go to the beach, all along the beach there on the west coast. You can literally just have all the climates, and I'll say the temperatures, in a lot of the places out there are average for the most part. You don't see a lot of different significant crazy weather like we do here in the deep south. We have a lot of bad stuff that happens here. We have tornadoes is probably the biggest threat, because tornadoes literally can happen any time of the year. They're more prominent at certain times, but it can literally happen at any time of the year. And then when we do get winter stuff, it's usually not the fun, White Christmas, build a snowman type of stuff. It's usually the crippling ice, freezing rain, sleet, knock out your power for 2 weeks kind of stuff. So, yeah. And when and if it does snow, it's very, very, very rarely that it's the nice snow, I want the powdery snow that you can go out and blow your vehicle off with a leaf blower, and build a snowman and have a white Christmas. And usually when we get our snow, it's going to be sometime in January, February, or March. And we're just we're wishing for spring. As a kid, we never did. You know, we always wanted the whatever we got, whether it be snow, ice, or something like that, just so school would close. But as an adult, I can tell you now that things hurt. Joints, bones, everything hurts when the weather's colder. I want the warmer weather. I should have turned over there. Don't know what I was thinking. Well, I guess I can get some fuel while I'm on this sun. Let's see what I get in total here. 82,005. There's our other big field of soybeans over there. Oh, the trees don't even load in on that far side over there, so you can see the other field over there. Wow! Ran off the road. Might have been going too fast. I tried to take the curve at 52 miles an hour. That doesn't work. Alright, last little bit of soybeans. Will I break 5 million? 4.8. 4.9. 5 million! Woohoo! Alright. Now to go help Fuzzy go help Fuzzy sell the dried corn. That'd be neat if we had like a way to do like to have like an ethanol plant. Then we could have a contract with the ethanol plant to sell the certain stuff at a bonus, I guess maybe. So like a premium. Sign the contracts early on or something. Or just have crop selling contracts in general, you know, not just, you know, find the best price and take it to this place, take it to X place and sell it at the best price, but actually sign a contract saying, hey, you know, I'll have, you know, this, you know, amount of corn or, you know, this amount of, you know, beans or something like that. And you can take it down to like the barge or something like that. And oh, that was my fault. I was across the double yellow. I tried to go for my horn and not my steering wheel. No more beans, dried. Which way is dried corn? Dried canola, dried sorghum, wheat. Need to take a lot of this stuff out. Barley. Where is the dried corn? Here it is. Dried corn. So you had a full load there. It looks like we're making 135 on the corn. I think this is still the best day to sell it. Yeah, it's right there at the peak price. That this thing it's kind of squirrely because it'll look like, even on the graph just looking at it, it'll look like December is the better time to sell it. That's a lie. Summer is the best time to sell the dried corn. And I don't know if that's just an in-game thing or that's the map itself. I think it has to do with the actual whole drying setup. But don't listen to that. Sell it at the same time or around the same time you sell your soybeans, because it'll say that price and it'll look like that peak is higher on the graph. It is not. Yeah, you might see 1200, but might as well just go ahead and sell it because it's so close to peak now. That was my stomach growling. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, man. I was like, whoa. Haven't had any snacks yet. Had Dr. Pepper and a little bit of orange soda. Guess I'm gonna have to, when my break comes up, which is coming up soon, go get some snacks. Oh, it's doing that thing again. Can't see my crop. Can't see my corn. Oh no, it's there, I promise. Oh man. It would be one thing if it was a mod or something like that. But it happens with the in-game stuff too. Happens with the combines. It happens with the semi-trailers. Happens with the tippers. Happens with the grain carts. I know we use that new big grain cart that they brought out with the Plains and Prairies DLC, and it happens to that one. So, and we've had that problem for a while now. It's almost been a year since they did that one update. And I'm trying to remember which update it was. Was it 1.13 maybe? They did that one update and it kind of broke stuff. And it's not an isolated incident. There's other people having that same problem with that update. I'm sure it's missing some type of XML texture or something somewhere. I guess I need to download. Somebody told me, one of y'all told me that if you had, what was it, Easy Developer, you could like reset the texture or something like that. I'm gonna have to Google how to do that. Or get one of you guys to walk me through it. Yeah, how much we got left over there? Wow, we still got over 500,000 liters of dried corn over there. Well, there's no real reason to open that. Can't see the grain going down. You can see it coming out. So you know there's something in there. It's coming out of the hopper. But you can't see it in the tank. You know what I could do? I could reset it while I'm down there. But we're just about done doing it anyway, though. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Propane. I think there's actually a Hank Hill song out there. Somebody used Hank Hill's voice to sing that Eric Clapton song, but it's Propane. Hey, Grandpa. Wouldn't that be neat if you could hire Grandpa out? Or maybe he could drive your combine? Or your plow or tractor or whatever. Any of the characters that you can talk to, wouldn't that be kind of neat if they threw them in the mix and you could hire them out? Maybe send them out to work in your field. I still think the collectibles on the map, it'd be really neat to have like tractor parts or combine parts or something like that. You go out and collect them, and then you're actually building the tractor or combine or whatever you're building. Have it be like an old one, old classic one. Then you can use that tractor or sell it. It'd be neat. Or if when you buy a property, it comes with a shed, and, you know, the shed's locked until you own that property, and you open the old barn and you get a surprise. Hey, there's an old tractor for you. I think we're going to break 6 million. Probably with Fuzzy's load. Yep, definitely with Fuzzy's load. We're at 5.9. Fuzzy, you're gonna get us over 6 million. Woohoo! Bit of XML magic and you can change your grandpa into a worker. Can you really? That would be cool. Somebody needs to mod that in. Hire the... What are they called? Hire the communicable NPC characters? Or hire characters, maybe? You could hire out Grandpa, you could hire out Kate, you could hire out Noah, you could hire out Ben, David. I'm trying to remember them all now. I can't remember them all. I think, is that all of them? Did I get all of them on the list? If you know XML, you can. I used to do a few things with the XML back in the day. I would change like capacities or speeds or stuff like that, but I haven't done that since, gosh, when was the last time I did that? Was it 19 or 22 that I did that last time? The problem with that is when you save that mod, that file, that's what everybody has to have in your group. So if you're doing multiplayer, and there's, you know, you got to remember to change several things. You got to remember to change the info in the shop. You got to remember to change like different things. And I'll tell you, some of that stuff I wanted to pull my hair out doing, but yeah, it's got to be the same across the board. XML should have them listed somewhere. How much we got left? Dried corn, 33,000, so you'll have the last little bit. Fuzzy, when you come back up. Alright, we're fixing to break 6 million. $6 million! Woohoo! I want to buy a cake. Kind of want a carrot cake now. I want to buy a carrot cake and have it spelled out. We broke 6 million. Woo! Yeah. It's a whole process with multiplayer stuff. We learned that in the past. Not impossible, but it's a whole nother ball game. I know Fuzzy's looking forward to harvesting that hideous field of barley over there. Yeah. They gotta have the exact same, I mean, it's gotta be the exact same copy. And the problem there is like when you leave a server or map and you go somewhere else, if you're going to use that stuff again, it's got to be the exact same stuff again. And then if you have a mod that you do that to or something, and there's an update for it in the mod hub or something, and you update that, then that throws a whole wrench into the gear. So if one person updates it, they won't be able to rejoin. They have to have that exact same copy. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying. Alright. We did it. We did it. Fuzzy's got the last load. Excuse me, sir. Read this thing behind you. Oh, do these actually work? Can you actually fill up with these things here? So you can buy seed, fertilizer, lime. Well, look at that. I bet it's more expensive here. But you can buy it. Look at this. You can buy all this stuff here. You go in these lanes. You can buy seed, lime, and solid fertilizer, mineral feed, the works. And then if you want to buy pig food, minerals, TMR, it looked like you could buy it all at all the spouts. But this whole thing is a thing. And then this is the sell point there. Good day. How you look like me? Oh my gosh. I found my twin. Wearing regular glasses. I think he's wearing those. Or maybe those. No. Yeah. Must be the other ones. Must be those. Oh no, it's not him anymore. Wait, where'd he go? You don't know? She's like, I don't know. I don't know where he went. Well, let me put my shades back on. There's deer everywhere. There's deer running around the parking lot up here. Where'd he go, man? I found my twin and he disappears. I guess he went off shift. They had a shift change here. Uh-oh. Fuzzy turned the truck over. Hang on. We gotta go find Fuzzy. Take this new to us tractor. Rescue 911. Be-doo, 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 be-doo. Tell me you're not in the water. Well, this thing rattles. I think it's got something loose. Sounds like a tie rod or something. It was all going so well. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You number there. How'd you get turned around that way? Oh man, let's see. Let me do the truck. I gotta use the force. I ate my Wheaties this morning though. Do or do not. There is no try. I can't do a Yoda voice. I might as well. I was gonna try, but I'm not gonna try. All right, you good to go, Fuzzy? Well, yeah, this thing. Every time I hit a bump, this thing rattles. I wonder if I can hear it in cab. I'm gonna take a little detour, gonna take a little walk in the woods. Not through our crop. Oh God, there's a tree. Whoa. It's not the same. Alright, got our last load of corn. Go for it. Last load. Alright, so we've got $6.2 million in the bank. Our loan is paid off, yes. Yes, loan is paid off, and we've got 6.2 million in cash. So, we're gonna come back in the next video. We're gonna buy things. We're gonna buy some nice shiny new things. So we'll see you guys on YouTube in the next video. And I'm gonna take my first break. Alright, you guys remember you reap what you sow. Matt from the Grain Arcade. We'll see you later, YouTube.